Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is April 16th, 2024, and Nike have met with Barcelona and have upped their offer, which could solve Barcelona's financial fair play problems. Also, Deco is expected to start working on next season's plans after this week. And finally, Bayer Leverkusen's CEO has confirmed that Florian Wirtz will stay with the Bundesliga club for one more season. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag, and if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. Both links for kit bag and Bet Us are down below in the description. Now I'll begin with the news that Barcelona were eliminated out of the Champions League a few hours ago at the hands of PSG in what was a disastrous match for the Blaugrana club, where Barcelona started the first half unable to maintain possession of the ball and unable to get out of the high press that PSG were implementing, and it was all downhill from there when Ronald Araujo received a red card at the 29th minute. And even though Lamine Yamal did provide a brilliant assist to Rafinha, who scored Barcelona's only goal, it was not enough as PSG were able to score 4 goals, making the total aggregate to 4-6 and eliminating Barcelona out of the European competition. Now, I did do a post-match live analysis where I reviewed the quarterfinal clash between Barcelona and PSG. So if you do want to hear my thoughts and opinions, make sure to check out the video on the channel. Now, there is a silver lining in this European sky full of black clouds for Barcelona, which is that Barcelona did aim to achieve to qualify to the quarterfinals for this season. This was a necessary goal for Barcelona's finances, where they needed to make it to the quarterfinals, and Barcelona did just that. So that's very important because Barcelona will be able to meet their budget, which they set at the beginning of the season. But there is even more good news, because since Barcelona did have a high attendance at today's match, they're expected to make between 4 to 5 million euros out of ticketing, which of course will go a long way in helping Barcelona's finances and helping Barcelona's financial fair play. Now, speaking of Barcelona's finances and the Barcelona's fair play, negotiators from Barcelona have met with negotiators from Nike, and during that meeting, Nike did improve their offer to Barcelona, an offer that could resolve Barcelona's financial fair play problems. Now, we all know that Barcelona have been very upset with the contract that Josep Maria Bartomeu signed with Nike, where Nike have been paying Barcelona way below market value, where the contract contains several clauses that punish Barcelona for not achieving certain metrics, allowing Nike to reduce how much money they pay for their sponsorship. And as such, Laporta did unilaterally terminate the contract between Barcelona and Nike, which Nike did bring it up to court, and there's currently outstanding litigation. But despite that, it seems that Nike would prefer to remain with Barcelona as partners, and as such, their negotiators met with negotiators from Barcelona, and during this meeting, they did increase their offer, where they want to sign a 10-year contract with Barcelona, and they're also offering a signing bonus, which alone could completely solve all of Barcelona's financial fair play, allowing the Blaugrana club to return to the 1-to-1 rule, which of course would allow Barcelona to make signings during this summer transfer market. Now, this news comes on the back of the news that I shared with you in a previous video, where the board of directors of Barcelona were trying to calm Joan Laporta down because he wanted to terminate the contract with Nike, but the board knew that it's a huge risk to go to war with a major conglomerate as Nike in court, and there's high possibility that Barcelona could lose that lawsuit, of course impacting Barcelona's finances, because they would have to pay some hefty fines for breaking this contract. And as such, Laporta agreed to dispatch the team of negotiators, which was headed by Rafa Yuste, Barcelona's vice president. And even though Laporta is not part of this delegation, he did instruct his team that they need to get more money out of this contract in order to remain partners with Nike. Now, given this news, Barcelona are now once again considering the option of Nike. Before, they had decided to try either Puma or maybe manufacturing their own kits. But now Nike is back on the table, given their improved offer and given their offer of a signing bonus. Of course, no decisions have been made yet, so we're gonna have to see what Barcelona will end up doing, whether they'll renew with Nike for 10 more years, or whether they decide to go with another manufacturer such as Puma or even Hummel, who has offered Barcelona to produce Barcelona's own kits. And speaking of signings and financial fair play, it's reported that Deco will begin working on next season's plans as soon as this week is over, because Joan Laporta and the board of directors want to see what happens during this week, where of course we did have the 2 matches against PSG in the quarterfinals, and we have the El Clasico match during the weekend. And given the results, Barcelona will decide on what the next steps will be. Now, these steps will include, of course, what will Barcelona do in regards to the next manager, whether Joan Laporta will still insist on convincing Xavi to stay, or whether Barcelona will look for another coach and who that coach will be. Of course, Hansi Flick is still waiting for Barcelona to see if they decide to sign him. They're also going to decide the fate of the Joaos, the 2 players whose loans will end at the end of the season, and Barcelona still have to figure out a way on how to sign them. And there is, of course, the matter of reinforcing the squad, where Barcelona want to make 2 signings to reinforce the pivot position and also to reinforce the left wing. Now, Barcelona do have other pending matters for the summer as well, which is registering the contract of several players, including Gavi, who's currently registered under a court order. There's also Alejandro Valdez's contract renewal. There's also the problem with Íñigo Martínez's second year, where it seems that Barcelona will end up saying goodbye to Íñigo because they're not going to be able to register his second year. So definitely lots of decisions that the club need to make, and it's reported that they will make them as soon as this week is over and based on the results of the current matches. And this is something I talked about in previous videos, where I said I don't like that the board of directors are doing this. I don't like that they are waiting to see what the results will be, where Barcelona do well, they decide one thing, then the next day Barcelona do bad and decide another thing, then Barcelona start doing good again, then they go back to their... I think Barcelona need to have a clear idea of what they want to do for next season. They need to come up with that plan. They need to stick to that plan regardless of the results. They cannot keep changing plans based on how Barcelona do in every single match. And speaking of the financial fair play and signing players in the summer, it's now been confirmed that Joshua Kimmich will be leaving Bayern Munich in the summer, which of course will open the door for Barcelona to attempt his signing, since he is someone that the club have been tracking for quite some time, and he's someone that Xavi Hernandez has requested in the past. So we'll see how much money Bayern Munich will want and whether Barcelona will sign the German midfielder. Now, speaking of German players, the CEO of Bayer Leverkusen has confirmed that Wirtz will be staying in the Bundesliga for 1 more season. This is something I discussed in the past, where it seems that Wirtz wanted to remain at Bayer Leverkusen for longer, which of course would benefit Barcelona, who would like to sign Wirtz in the future, and Wirtz does want to come to Barcelona as well. And now this has been confirmed by the CEO of Bayer Leverkusen, saying that he has reached an agreement with Wirtz's father for the player to remain at Bayer Leverkusen for 1 more season. So this is of course great news for Barcelona, because this summer there's no way that Barcelona would be able to afford the signing of Florian Wirtz. However, in the summer of 2025, Barcelona would have a better chance to sign in Wirtz, because they would be better economically and would have more financial fair play room, given that the stadium will be open by then. So good news for Barcelona in the pursuit of Florian Wirtz. However, some reports are saying that it looks like Xabi Alonso will also stay for 1 more season at Bayer Leverkusen, which could mean that he could become Real Madrid's next coach once Ancelotti's contract is up at the end of next season. And if Xabi Alonso does end up in Real Madrid, most likely he will end up asking Real Madrid to sign Florian Wirtz. But of course, at least Barcelona will have a chance to sign Wirtz now that they have 1 more season to improve their economics. And we do have the added advantage that Florian Wirtz dreams of playing in Barcelona. So of course, we are going to have to wait and see, even though it is going to be over a year wait. But nonetheless, it's a wait worth having, because we all have seen what Florian Wirtz can do on the field. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.